Hello everyone, Marcus Mosher here from the Game Day for a special edition of NBA Power Rankings brought to you by Sports Management Worldwide. Today we're going to jump right in and talk about the 10 best players in the upcoming 2021 NBA Draft. Again, this is not a mock draft, but my 10 best players, so let's dive in. At number 10 is Cameron Thomas. Thomas is a score-first two-guard who does his best work inside the three-point line. He's a fantastic free throw shooter. And best of all, he loves to get to the line. Thomas has all the tools to be a good defender in the NBA, but he's not quite there yet. With some work, I think he can get there. Any team searching for more scoring from their bench should be interested in Thomas. At number 9 is Kai Jones. Jones is your traditional rim-running big. He's athletic. He's got the power to finish through contact, and he just loves to dunk on people. It's my favorite trait about him. He needs a lot of work in the other aspects of his game, especially on defense, but he's got the size and athleticism that teams are now searching for in their power forward centers. I'm a big fan of Kai Jones. At number 8 is Franz Wagner. Wagner did not play well in the tournament, but I still think his game translates well to the NBA. He's not a great athlete, and a lot of his game is below the rim, but he's somebody who can handle, he can shoot, he can stretch the floor, and he can be an offensive playmaker if needed. He doesn't hold the ball long. He's not a ball stopper, and he's a pretty unselfish player. As a bench wing, I think he has a role in the NBA. At number 7 is Davion Mitchell. He's an elite competitor, and that's my favorite trait about him. His size is a bit of a concern as he measured in just at 6 foot at the NBA Combine, but I love his energy, intensity, and aggressiveness on the defensive end. He shot really well from the three-point line last year, and I know some scouts are concerned that it was a bit of a fluke, but I don't think so. I think this is a guy that continues to improve on his game. He works really hard. He has a passion for the sport. I think he's only going to get more consistent as a scorer in the NBA. I really like Mitchell as a third guard right away with the potential to be a starter down the road. At number 6 is Scotty Barnes. Barnes is already an elite defender. Florida State used him all over the place guarding point guards, wings, bigs, and for that reason, he does remind me a little bit of PJ Tucker. Now, I think he can be a better offensive player than PJ Tucker has ever been in the NBA. I think he can be a little bit of a playmaker. I think he can take the ball to the rim. He needs to work on his game, especially in the offensive end as a shooter, but he does have the tools and traits there. I'm really excited about Barnes. I think he's a really good guy to come in, fit into a rotation, play well on defense right away, and have an impact as a rookie. At number 5 is Jonathan Kuminga. Kuminga is just dripping with talent. He's got excellent size, athleticism, and he's shown that he can be an elite defensive option right away in the NBA. However, he is very, very raw, and he needs to improve in the feel of his game. I think he reminds me a lot of Jeff Green, but I do think his ceiling is maybe higher than that. So I think he could be a starting wing in the NBA. It's just going to take him a little bit to get there. At number 4 is Jalen Suggs. Suggs is a combo guard who reminds me of one of my favorite players, Brandon Roy. He's highly competitive, he plays winning basketball, and he's just so unselfish and has a great feel for the game. He needs to extend his range a little bit as a shooter, but he is a confident scorer who can get buckets in bunches, and I do think his shot will improve in the NBA. At number 3 is Jalen Green. Green is very, very light, weighing in at only 165 pounds at the NBA Combine, but I really like his game. He's highly athletic, who plays above the rim, and he's a streaky shooter, which I kind of like about him. Green needs to become more consistent as a scorer and a shooter, obviously, especially from 3, but he is the type of player that you want to gamble on inside the top 5 of the draft. I think he's a top 5 pick. We just don't see guards with that type of athleticism very often. At number 2 is Evan Mobley. Mobley is your modern NBA big. He's long, he's athletic, but more importantly, he's got a great feel for the game. I love the touch that he has around the rim. A lot of times you see these big guys that just throw up shots hoping they go in. That's not the case for Mobley at all. Like, he just has a great sense of how to use both hands near the rim. He doesn't clunk things off the rim. I just think he's a very special player. He's very disciplined on the defensive end. He doesn't get in foul trouble, and that's one of my favorite traits for a big guy. I think you could even run some of your offense through Mobley. He's very well-rounded. He's a good passer. He's just a skilled player that we don't see very often at 7 foot tall. I think he's the next Chris Bosh, In fact, I think he may be even better than that. You can make an argument for Mobley at number 1, but I have him at number 2. And of course, at number 1 is Cade Cunningham. Cunningham, to me, is the clear-cut number 1 player in this class. I think he's everything that people wanted Ben Simmons to be coming out of LSU. He can lead your offense. He can shoot. He can pass. His playmaking ability is incredible. And he's going to be a monster on the defensive end, just like Ben Simmons. From everything I've seen, I think he's the type of player that you could build your franchise around. I can see the case for taking Mobley ahead of Cunningham, but I just think Cunningham is the safest player in this class, and that's why I have him at number 1. If you are looking to work in scouting or player development, you have to check out the courses at Sports Management Worldwide. You can learn from the likes of former Warriors GM Larry Riley, who drafted Steph Curry, by the way, and Irv Rowland, skills coach to the Stars. So if you think you have what it takes or just want a career change, check out Sports Management Worldwide's courses on basketball general management, scouting, and player development. Apply for free at SMWW.com. That's SMWW.com, and use the discount code GAMEDAY for $50 off the course of your choice. Basketball jobs start here. Let's get you in the game.